Hello, how are you?
Hi, Dr. Kanisha. How can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay. I can't see you, but that's okay. Uh, okay. So glad that we are finally speaking. Um, so I'm happy. I mean, with your permission, if you want me to stop the recording, I can hit stop recording. That's fine. But with your permission, again, shall I continue recording, or do you want me to stop this?
No, you could feel free to record. That's fine.
Okay, that's again just to document everything which we speak. So basically, this is Raj. I worked with a couple of healthcare recruiters in New York after pandemic. It's been like 3 years. So where do you want me to begin? Like, do you have any questions for me? Or before we begin?
What exactly is it that you do? You manage social media for physicians or or podcast or what exactly is it that you do?
Yeah, so what I do is I create digital proof, or probably I'll accelerate your mission with respect to whatever you sell. So is it okay if I share my screen and show you what I can do for you?
Sure.
Okay, so this is the website which I had been to, which is again your drkanisha.com. So with respect to any healthcare physician, what I do is I bring everything uh, under one umbrella. So the first thing which I can do is I can convert all the videos, or probably anything which you have spoken in the previous podcast, into articles, blog articles. I can create a new newsletter from the voices. Like I see a couple of interviews. When I search with your first and last name, I saw lots of podcast interviews with probably your friends and family, or any of your members whom you know in the past. Probably it could be Howard University and all. So what I can do is I can convert these audio or the voices into blog articles. There is amazing content which had been shared. I also saw that on LinkedIn you published a couple of articles which were there. So there were 3 articles. So this is
Mhm.
the first thing, converting the voice from the video into articles and publishing a newsletter is something which I can do. And another thing is I can launch your voice on Amazon Music. I can launch your voice on Apple and Google Podcasts. Does it cost us anything? No, nothing. It doesn't cost us anything. You'll be listed on Amazon Music. You'll be listed on Apple Podcasts, um, and Google Podcasts. I mean, I'll take your voice to that. And I've done this with one of the social workers. I still work with Shara Ruffin. And this is like we created so far 163 episodes. Um, like you can listen to her on Apple Podcasts, on Spotify, on Google, and if you just click the link, you can listen to any of her latest episodes. I do manage this. In fact, the other episode was published last night. So we've been working together for close to 2 years. But the good part is I also uh, facilitate anger management, facilitated certifications with George. He's from Harvard Medical School. He's 83 years old. So what I did for him is I took care of Harvard Medical School. So I took care of his entire YouTube channel, and I manage his YouTube channel and the LinkedIn pages. He's quite active only on LinkedIn and YouTube. So the best thing which I do with anybody out there is I give them time, because most physicians and most healthcare practitioners, this is what I did for George in the last, I would say in the last 6 months. Though we
How did he
met,
record his videos?
he recorded his own set of videos. I mean, these were all the old videos which were there, 10-year-old videos which were uh, shuffled everywhere. So the best place again to record is, I would say, is Zoom, there's nothing beats Zoom recording. Even if you have an iPhone or even if you have any other camera, Zoom recording is the best. So these are all the, I manage the YouTube channel for telehealth today, Shara of Journey to Licensure, and Catherine, social workers, like she also empowers social workers. So let me bring her channel on the screen. So this is like social workers. You know, these licensed clinical social workers, right?
Mm-hmm.
So mostly my firm, like registered firm here in India, after speaking to lots of therapists in US, what I felt is uh, these therapists need access to their voice. I mean, this is like my video therapy network. Um, But I clearly say that every therapist out there need to voice out their opinion because they spend lots of hours. And I spoke to hundreds of therapists from BetterHelp. Uh, you might have heard about Psychology Today or therapists from BetterHelp, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I spoke to hundreds of them, and one thing I figured out is they all had challenges in marketing themselves. And that's when I came up with Video Therapy Network. And I thought if I could convert the voices out there into mini courses. And this is where how I generate revenue and how you can generate revenue, like creating a mini course out of the content. And the formula totally works because you have the credibility, you have the authority as a doctor. End of the day, I accelerate your mission, which you have towards community. And one thing.
So what are the curriculums these mini courses are on?
No, this will be on based upon everything which you share. I don't create the curriculum on my own. Based upon everything which you share through Apple Podcasts or Google Podcasts in a step-by-step manner,
Mm-hmm.
we crush it into a mini course which people buy because the low-hanging fruit should be like $47 or $97. And the group
Mm-hmm.
coaching can be $597 or $497 or $997. And the one-on-one coaching should be expensive, is what I say. It can be $2,000 or $5,000. I know people who charge as a keynote speaker. You might have known them as well. They charge $25,000 per hour.
Mm-hmm.
But beyond the money, it is the impact. Like I've noticed that many people are really good at making videos, and with even if I look at ask Dr. De Silva, he's quite active on Facebook. He does his Facebook lives. Um, I started working with him. In fact, things needs to be finalized. I sent him the final proposal, and also Dr. Derek De Silva. If you look at his live Facebook lives, you see the 9,000 people, 6,000 people, 17,000 people. This one word, if you, I'll send a link to his videos. You can monitor it. I mean, uh, there are like 1,400 comments, 220,000. So Dr. Derek De Silva does all Facebook lives.
Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. Thank you very.
So the formula is right there, as in connect with your audience, connect with your people by going live, because people wanted this instant answers, instant gratification. And I see that you have gone live on Instagram and other places. So what I thought is if I could bring all your content and start branding whatever the brand you wanted. In fact, under Dr. Kanisha, the book which you have after like sex after probably promote you as a speaker or panelist or anything virtually or be it whatever you have done in the past. So I thought if I could add traffic to this website, then my purpose would be solved is uh, what I would say now. So it could be promoting your subscription or the membership model. And I totally love the fact that you're quite active on Twitter. At the same time, we can take this activeness with whatever the content which you have to LinkedIn as well.
Okay, so I will share with you right now. I'm trying to really streamline my brand, because I will be honest with you, it's been all over the place. I
Yeah.
am working on a second book, a follow-up to Sex After with Before Sex, and really trying to establish myself as an expert in women's health and sexual health. And I'm more so going under the umbrella of women's health, because sexual health gets you banned on a lot of social media, or, pushed to the bottom of the algorithm. So that's kind of where I'm leaning towards and really trying to focus on. I actually wanted to redo my website. It's because right now it's currently on Wix, and I was thinking about moving it more to Shopify, just because they have better marketing tools and integration with social media from some other consultants that I had talked to. But I am very much so interested in possibly marketing an e-course, because I know that other physicians have been very successful at monetizing that.
Yeah.
So my question is do you say you don't build out the e-courses, you just market them?
Yeah, that's right. So what I do is I accelerate your mission by making sure that we follow the social media marketing guidelines. So, I mean, if you let me continue with this one. I was at some point in my life, I started off with Hewlett Packard. This was me. I was nervous when it comes to creating videos and all that. So during the early stages of YouTube, I did publish my set of videos, and ever since then, it was no looking back. So the pattern which I found, most of these people is they were good at making videos, most millionaires online. So what I help people market themselves through videos, because that creates the trustworthiness with your clients. It's creating a video is equivalent to sending hundreds of emails. Um, one video, and if you do it live, again, there's nothing which will beat that. So I was watching the anger management, a couple of Hollywood movies and all, to build my English. This is my family. Um, this is again, I have two children. Both of them are like 39, 12 years now. The reason I'm sharing this is because I live in minimalism, and I'm trying to build a business online through Video Therapy Network. So this is the mini course which I published, a 3-day challenge. Now, what I wanted you to do is probably we take up like Dr. Kanisha's 3-day challenge, or it could be 21-day challenge, or it could be anything to promote your product or service. If you look at this, I tried to implement the same formula. There are more than 30,000 known people online, a paid community group who does the same formula. So it's a fail-proof model. It's a bulletproof system. George is somebody whom I worked in the first year. He had given me this testimonial and all. So what I'm trying to prove to you is that building the community now with the available, with the kind of tools which are there, it's totally possible. So these are like sample videos, the set of like 3-day curriculum which I had built. All these videos are there. I can send you a link for you to monitor how the bonuses work, and how people will trust you, or how people will buy whatever we put on the table. So we do follow a webinar selling formula, formula which totally works. And the limit is endless. Generating $1 million revenue with your kind of portfolio, monthly or weekly, is totally possible, because you worked hard for probably over a decade, or 15 years or 20 years. So though I come from a journey of working with Hewlett Packard with the set of videos, all those videos are online. Now, one thing which I wanted to create is a system which works for you, a system which will create the lead magnets. This is my dad. Just sharing this so that, as it's our first interaction, so that you get to know me more better. I basically believe that I'm a warrior. I lost him due to uh, uh, addiction to alcohol. In fact, he was a banker, but there are strong principles which he installed in me. And though I still believe that I'm a lifelong learner, with therapists or physicians or with healthcare practitioners, I learn every single day with whatever you propagate through Twitter or social media. So this is again me trying to impact more counselors or more therapists. Now, quick question, Dr. Ganesha. Have you seen Oprah's first video?
No.
Okay, so I'll just bring that up on the screen. It's a 30-second video, just for, it's the first audition tape. This is hers.
Couldn't grow anymore.
Can you hear the audio of? Let me see if I can reshare with the audio. Sometimes the Zoom share. Okay, I'm sharing this with the sound.
I moved on to Baltimore. Thank you. I became the co-host of a local morning show called People Are Talking with Richard Scher. And then one day I heard that there was a morning show in Chicago that needed a new host. So I stayed up all night long with an editor, sent my audition tape in because I was one of those people that wasn't prepared. I wasn't keeping all my stories. So I had to work all night. I was obsessed with getting this job. Somehow, after all these years, my staff hunted down my original audition tape. I don't know how on earth I got hired. Hi there, my name is Oprah Winfrey. Oprah, spelled O-P-R-A-H, and if you noticed, it's Harpo spelled backwards. My folks did not particularly like Harpo marks. We did not even have a television set in our home for a number of years. Originally, I was named from the Bible by Aunt Ida, who named me from Ruth, the 1st chapter and the 14th verse, Orpah, but no one knew how to spell it. I couldn't grow anymore, so I moved on to
So that's like,
Oh, wow.
yeah.
I've never seen that.
Sorry, could you please repeat that? I lost your voice there.
I said, oh, wow, I've never seen that.
Yeah. So what I would like to propose you is we can launch our show because launching your live show, probably going live, like as you said, the second book coming up. That's something if Oprah had done it constantly. I mean, we know, all of us know Oprah because of the videos. I've known her. I grew up watching her videos and all that here in India. But the kind of show, so we can do your weekly show where you connect to community and connect to the audience. I know practitioners who does it daily, which is quite time consuming. But again, I wanted to build the community around the books which are published, or the upcoming book which is coming, the second version. So building that hype around it is something which I can do for you. Now finding niche, working on the channel trainer, uploading the schedules, and I work on the SEO part, the video SEO part, as per the algorithm, because I played the game enough number of times. So again, why we do this is again to build authenticity, like the way people are active on Instagram. Again, you might be knowing the funnels. I don't want to waste much of your time. Most of these funnels is again about grabbing the attention of the people, converting the leads into prospective customers and making them to paid community. So all these webinar funnels, they do work if you follow the system. Again, it's about attracting people, making sure that they like our content, they trust us, and end of the day, they put the money on the table and they buy. So everything which we do online, this is again the high ticket, the guy who charges $25,000 per hour. He's in Canada, Dan Locke. But I can show you lots of other millionaires. I have like dozens of them. If you say you have time, I can show them. I can show their websites and all. They all follow the same formula, which is they have a low-hanging fruit of $47 or $97 or $147 or $497. So that people can come into the funnel. Funnel is nothing but a journey of your audience, journey of your customer. Probably you might have heard about Bloom's taxonomy, where people go through the step-by-step method of learning. Now, this is Amazon flywheel method, where we convert strangers into prospects who will engage with our content. They'll be referring our content. They become so happy. They become delightful. The traditional marketing funnel ends at the end of buying, but our growth promoters will be our tribe, our community, or probably your listeners who promote you, who refer you. It's a flywheel method. There's a constant. They keep coming every week. They keep listening to whatever you share, and they bring in more people to the community. And this is me in Tollywood. Just like Hollywood, we worked in set of Indian movies where we followed the same formula of attracting clients to box office, keeping them, or promoting the events or virtual events through loyalty programs and all. So one thing which I wanted to clearly do for you right now is these set of lead magnets. It could be your ebooks, whatever the content which is there in your main published book, Sex After and all that. We will create mini lead magnets like ebooks. We route them back to the main book, ask them to buy it for $24 or $75 or $100, whatever the pricing which is there. So for people to buy the ebook, they should consume lots of snackable bites. Like they should consume, or we should feed their mind with small checklists or worksheets or workbooks. Or
That was my other computer. I'm sorry.
okay, so the video courses or mini courses, all this will lead to building the community so that we promote not only the ebook, we can build the community on whatever the courses which we are going to build. So the entire ebook can be modulated into a mini course. It can be a group coaching, then finally one-on-one mentoring, so that people invite you as a guest speaker to whatever the offline events. So everything which I do online, the action plan or whatever the toolkits, is to promote your high ticket program. High ticket is something which will give us financial freedom. So the formula or the system which I follow is that staying consistent. Now the profit maximizer is the high ticket, because I completely agree that most physicians or doctors in US, they have very limited time. Now I wanted to gift you time taking care of the tech part. And I've done this with George, and we call this as your inner circle. And we do the consistent polls, and the end of the day, at the end of the sale, the relationship continues. I mean, the relationship begins at the end of the sale, but your online service, your ebooks, or whatever the products, I see that though you are active on Twitter and Facebook, but I saw the missing link on LinkedIn, because most of the crowd is also on LinkedIn. And have you heard about Doximity, Dr. Kanisha?
Yes.
Yeah, I see that lots of
Use it.
okay. So as you know that, so again, physicians hanging out there and all. So the Balwan movement is again, if 40 people buy your mini course in 1 week, we make like $4,000. But if they do it for 4 weeks, we make, let me move this Zoom browser so that you can see.
I'm sorry. Hold on just 1 second.
Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I have another conference call that's about to start. Well, it's already starting.
Okay,
For,
so I'll end it.
my
I'll wrap it
yeah.
up. Again, we can connect whenever you're free. You can just hit me up on Twitter or LinkedIn, or you can drop me an email.
So I guess my real question is how exactly does this work? Like, I know that content needs to be created.
Yeah.
And I understand that you've reused old content, but that's not necessarily where I want to go forward with. Like, I want to build out a curriculum. I want to do all of these things. I actually would like to actually do a podcast. Like, these are all the things that I want to do going forward that aren't necessarily based on content that I've created in the past.
Okay.
But like also you said like my schedule is very tight. So I'm wondering exactly how that scheduling is working. If we set aside a couple of hours every week to record some content, for the coming week, and we say that we're going to go live, like you said, to build audience once a week, like what kind of time commitment, honestly,
Yeah, it'll
are
be
we?
it'll be weekly 1 hour. I wouldn't expect more than 1 hour from you. If you can give me weekly 1 hour, I'll show you that we can build the community, we can build the tribe, and everything happens Zoom. And I work with my clients through Zoom remote. And launching your podcast, if you give me another 30 minutes, I can launch your podcast right away with anything. If you say you have a recorded voice, or you come up with your own podcast name, just give me the voice. We to launch the podcast right away on Amazon Music, Apple, and Google Podcast. We just need some voice saying that, okay, this is my podcast so and so 001. Or you can just give me a version of your ebook saying, please go to drkanisha.com and buy my book and all that. Just give me anything about the intro, what should be in the podcast one. If you want, we can instantly record and create and publish it. Um, because I've done that dozens of times with many of my clients. So how does it work is you give me weekly 1 hour, and as we generate revenue, if you say, Raj, we have generated revenue, and then you can start sending me money, because initially I don't put an upfront fee saying you pay me this and then only I'll start working. I can demand that. But at the same time, I also, after working with lots of therapists and physicians, I figured out that the best way we can move forward is through an affiliate model. It'll be a win-win, because I strongly believe generating revenue is cakewalk with anybody's profile out there. So money will come by default, just like the air which we breathe in. But it's the purpose and the community building, the consistent activity of content creation. So you say, Raj, let's create this week, and we hop on a Zoom call, we create it. So weekly 1 hour is what I request you for.
Okay, I might be able to do. Let me. I really have to get to this next meeting, but let me kind of map out exactly what it is that I want to do. I do have your email, and I'm just gonna I'm outline to you kind of what I'm thinking, and you can give me some feedback as to what that looks like. And maybe next week we could kind of nail down a schedule so first of the year 2024, we're launching a podcast, working on an e-course and really building community. Does that sound fair?
Yeah, that sounds fair. So I totally believe that people during Christmas, again, after another week, again, they'll be on holidays for another 15, 20 days. But I strongly believe that the best time to build anything online is during the free time. So whenever you're free, I'm not sure if you're on WhatsApp, Dr. Kanisha. Do you use WhatsApp?
No, I do not.
Okay. So I'll keep the communication through email. Whenever you have time, I'm quite active on LinkedIn, by the way. Or you drop me a message on Twitter, that's also fine. Or Facebook, I just pinged you on Facebook, by the way. So whenever you have time, just ping me and we can hop on a Zoom call. In less than 30 minutes, we can launch your podcast. If you say your some voice is ready, first episode is only to make sure that all the links are active, just like Twitter and LinkedIn. Your links will be active. So from the second episode onwards, we can go in a structured way, as in what should be in the second episode, third episode. So it takes less than 30 minutes to launch the platform, getting listed on Amazon Music or YouTube podcast, which is also there on Apple Podcast. So thank you for your time, Dr. Kanisha. If you have any questions, again, I'll be more than happy to answer. I'm just a message away, but
Okay.
thank you so much for this.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Take care, and I'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.
Bye.